Hello. So, hi. We have a problem. We have several problems this week. I didn't bother to do a link to today's video, so if anybody ends up watching, it'll be a miracle. But anyway, hello. I was in two minds whether to do the video, go live, because I hadn't done the whole advertising thing. And then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it. So here I am doing it, and I'm multitasking. I'm ironing my quilt top at the same time. I figured that you could just come along for the ride with me. So, loads of progress has been made. Sorry, I was just working my way down the ironing board. Loads of progress has been made on the quilt top. I'm piecing it all together now, and it is looking pretty good. I will give you a little bit of a sneak preview. I might have to move you around a bit today. So this is... Dun, dun, dun. How cute does that look? So that's one bit. This is another bit. I'm now going to attach these two bits together. I don't know whether I want to attempt that now. Hi, Julie. I don't know whether I want to attempt that now for fear of sewing the wrong bit to the wrong bit. But we're going to give it a try. So, get me instructions and try and work out where I'm up to. So 6. So we've got 8 pieces, and I'm pretty sure that this is the top one, number 7, should be, I don't know, I'm going to do it wrong. This seemed like a good idea. Now I'm not so sure. Anyway, I'm very close to finishing the top. It's in 3 sections at the minute. That's the back, which looks pretty good, I think. What have I learned from making this so far? Well, do you want to know? What I've learned so far is I have made this quilt using 2 different sewing machines. I would not recommend that, because a 1/4 inch seam allowance is not exactly the same on both of them, or I've not made them exactly the same on both of them. So some of the blocks are slightly bigger than others, or slightly smaller than others, depending on which way you want to look at it. So when they've been joined together, I've got like a slightly smaller row somewhere, and I can't decide at the minute whether it's going to bother me or not. And I can't decide that at the minute, and you can't help me with that right now, because I can't get enough of it in the picture for you to be able to for me to talk you through it. But yeah, there's one row, I think, out of the 12 that's possibly just a little bit too short for me to live with it, but I've already attached it. If I show you, so these 4, oh no, these are still to get sewn together, but one of these rows is significantly smaller, and I just don't know whether it's going to bother me. So I'm kind of like, the jury's out at the minute, but I'm going to unpin this anyway, because the bit that's right, hopefully, I can attach to these other bits that I think are right. So yeah, so I'm getting on loads. I'm hoping it's not going to bother me. I'm hoping it's not going to bother me, Julie. But yeah, so top tip for today, use the same sewing machine for the full project. Don't switch between 2 machines, okay? So that is today's top tip. It's been a really busy week again this week, and crazy. So last weekend I had a really full-on crazy weekend, because it was the end of the month and I needed to get my box contents finished. Got them all finished. I was so proud of myself. And then I forgot to post the video, well, at least I think I forgot to post the video because Elaine from the membership group texted me the other day and said, where's the video? I can't find it. So I don't know whether she's looking in the wrong place or I've actually just not posted it. But I couldn't find it either. So the chances are it's me that's not posted it. So that's on my to-do list for to do today. So, so yes. So it's all gone a little bit crazy. So that's why I thought, having had such a full-on weekend last weekend, I was going to chill out and just do some selfish sewing and work on the quilt. I've really enjoyed working on the quilt, but a bit too much. So I've kind of then let everything else slide. Does anybody else do that? When they're working on a project, you get kind of blinkered. I used to get like that with books, but I don't read as much now. But I used to literally, my house would fall down round about me and I'd still be sat there with the book, determined to finish it, if it was a good book, obviously. And that's how I am with my craft projects at the minute. Once I've kind of got it in my head, it's kind of like, oh yeah, dishes can wait. What's for dinner? We'll decide 2 minutes before dinner time. Do you know, all that kind of stuff. So for example, today, what I tend to do is all my sewing ladies have their own cup. They all bring their own cup with them. And then what I do at the end of the week is I take them all up to the house and I wash them all at the one time in the dishwasher. So I took them all up today because it's the last day of the sewing week. And they're also sat on the worktop in the house. So I literally had my lunch made, brought my lunch back down to the shed, and I've been here ever since so that I don't have to face the dishes that need to get done, because I really should be doing that. But I thought, well, if I can't see it, it'll be fine. So I spent all afternoon selfish sewing this quilt and I have loved every minute of it. Right, okay, so let's see what we've got comments wise. Julie reckons it's going to bother me. So good. Quilt is looking good, and yep, I completely wrapped up in a single project or a story. Yes, good. See, it's not just me. I'm pleased about that. So yeah, that's where I'm up to at the minute. I really want to get this finished, but I'm also going out tonight as well. And as you can see, I am not necessarily dressed for going out this evening. So I think I might have to down tools and go and get myself like out ready. I'm not out, I'm just out. And that doesn't happen very often, so I feel like it's like make an effort time. So I'm going to have to dash off to go and get myself ready. But what are the chances that I just try and get one more row done before I actually do that? And then I end up running around like an idiot, lastminute.com, trying to get myself ready and looking a bit frazzled when I get there. So there is a very good chance that that will happen. I don't even have myself a cup of tea or anything today. My bottle of water's empty. And I'm literally just frantically trying to get this quilt top finished and try to decide what to do about this. So these are the two that are joined together. So if it's got to come apart, this bottom row needs to come off. But I'm not quite sure where that fits in terms of the pattern. Let me see if I can work it out really quickly. And I don't know what's up and what's down either. Okay, right, so it goes that way. So it is row number 4. I think it's the very top of the actual blanket quilt even. So, but it's not the top row, it's like the second row in. Oh, fiddlesticks. I'm going to have to unpick it, I'm gonna. Tell me what to do, people. Tell me what to do. Do I unpick it? If I unpick, see if I unpick it, I need to find, hang on, it's a tape measure. Tape measure. Da, da, da. Here's one we made earlier. Basically, it's 3/4 of an inch shorter. So I need to, if why am I asking? I don't like the answers. I don't like the answers. Right. So what I need to do, it's not that, it is that bad. I need to unpick this bit. I can leave the sash on, but I need to unpick this bit. And then within that, I need to then find 3/4 of an inch and unpick all my vertical seams. Well, I don't need to redo it all. I just need to, like, where I've joined these two bits to the centre flower, I just need to make those seams a little bit narrower, and then I should hopefully be able to stretch it out by 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to get the unpicker now before I change my mind. Hang on. Oh, right, sewing machine. Sewing machine has been switched off. Moving these out the way. But it's looking really good, isn't it? Apart from this bit that I've just discovered. Everything else is near enough the same size that I can live with it. She says, let's just check. Yeah, that's fine. So they're fine. That's good enough. But it's so cheery. That one's possibly a little bit small, but I can't cope with another one that needs unpicking. So let's just leave this one. Right, I need to start unpicking it now. It will work, Julie, it will. Right, I'm unpicking it. Progress. Progress. So, note to self, I know I've said it about 5 times already, but learn from my mistake. Only use one machine for one project. Don't chop and change between them. So yes, I am unpicking this now. And I am going to hopefully get the top finished over the weekend, and then I can share that with you, which will be very exciting. And then I'll feel happy to be able to just fold it up, put it to one side for now, and continue with the business at hand, which is my day job, which is sewing lessons, making box patterns, and ordering the stuff for the boxes, and recording the video, etc., etc. So all of those things need to get done, and they need to be getting done from Monday. So this needs to be put to one side from Monday. Who is going to keep me accountable to that? Please, somebody. That's the plan. What's everybody else doing this weekend? Anything exciting? Hopefully the weather's going to be nice. But I've really enjoyed, back to the quilt, because it's like obsession time. I've really enjoyed working on this quilt. I have been able to let my perfectionism go to a certain extent. Obviously this didn't get into that category, but not all my centres are exactly on point, and I can live with that. And the same with the outside little triangle-y things, but you know, there was a lot of them to put on. I was just getting to know the new sewing machine, and I'm not really a quilter, so considering I thought this was a good idea, it's not exactly an easy quilt that I picked for my first go at like a substantial quilt. I made a quilt, I've made quite a few quilts for people, and I help Joyce with her quilts, which are lovely. And the only quilt, oh, apart from the Manx Log Cabin quilt, but that was hand stitched, most of it, so that doesn't really count. But the only quilt that I have made to keep was one that I made for Lucas's bed when he was like about 6 or 7. And it was made out of his old clothes and bedding and stuff like that. And again, not perfect. I didn't even know what bias binding was at the time when I made it. So it's literally been edged with ribbon, which looks awful. But I am not unpicking it at this late stage in the game. It is what it is. It's held together really well. I've had to hand sew a couple of bits which came apart, but to me that just adds to the charm of it. But anyway, so yes, so I haven't decided what's going to happen to this quilt once it's finished. It could be a gift. It might get kept. The jury is out at the minute. But look, I was chatting to you, I've unpicked half of this row, so that's quite impressive. I just need to hope that I can just sew some narrower seams on the verticals, unpick the original seams and gain 3/4 of an inch. Watch this space. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm also debating what to wear tonight, so we're going to Talk of the Town for a function. Do I wear something that I have made? Can't wear jeans. I've got a new dress that I bought that I've not wore yet. Maybe I'll wear that. Yes, Joyce is fabulous. She is putting me through my paces, and we are currently working on a quilt. We're just binding one quilt, and there's another quilt I need to do the patches for, and then they're done. So she's doing really well. Yeah, but because her hearing is playing up, she's, I think, not coming to Crafternoon Tea at the minute because she can't hear in group situations very easily. So I think that she feels that she wouldn't get loads out of it, and it might just be frustrating because she can't hear any of the conversations. So hopefully we will see her back soon, but we'll just have to wait and see. But she is doing very well, and she still contributes to the little group chat things that we've got going on, so that's really good. So I will see her next week, so I will tell her that you said hi. I'm not even looking at the screen, I'm really sorry. But look, nearly finished. So this is going to be like the most quickest, that's really good English, the most quickest tea with Fee that I have done. Because once I've unpicked this, I'm going to go and think about getting myself organised. Because if I don't, I'm going to get dragged back into the quilt saga. You know it, don't you? Definitely. So if I can just basically, I've switched the sewing machine off. The iron is also off. So that's good. I can't pack away. I can't pack this away because I'm using the box that it gets packed away in as a stand for the tripod for my phone. So I can't actually pack it away at the minute. But I can put the pattern back on the board and pack my bags up, and then literally as soon as I'm finished with yous, I should just not look around and should just leave. So what's everybody else doing this weekend? Tell me what you're up to. Let me see. So Hazel's progressing with the knitting. Joyce, well, I know some of our conversations, yeah, maybe not. So Julie, what are you doing this weekend? Are you coming to Crafternoon Tea tomorrow? For anybody that's watching, Crafternoon Tea is on tomorrow. But you need to kind of watch this on Friday, otherwise you're going to turn up and tomorrow might not actually be Saturday, the 8th of July. Yay! It's finished. Right, do you know what? I'm going to allow myself, whilst I'm chatting to you, I'm going to switch the iron back on. I'm going to iron out the seam because I'd pressed it all beautifully and everything. So let's just get that re-ironed, and then that means that I'm one step closer to getting it finished. Love this iron. Got a steam iron. Very good. I can't really show you it from this angle. I would definitely recommend it though. So today's recommendation, let me see if I can whiz you round, hang on, is this Murphy Richards Speed Steam Pro, and it's Amazon Prime Day coming up soon. So Amazon Prime is coming up. So if you were wanting to buy something big like a new iron or something, then maybe that would be a good day. You might get it on a cheap. Well, I did not intend for today to be an unpicking and a pressing kind of tea with Faye, but you know what? That was really useful. Thank you very much for your help. I didn't really want to hear what you had to say, but I needed to hear what you had to say, if you know what I mean. It's unpicked for now. And then I need to figure out, it should be quite obvious that there's some really big seams that I can cut them down a little bit. Sorry, I'm ironing. Hopefully I'll be able to eke that out, because there's plenty of vertical seams that I can work with. We will see. Right, thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't actually advertise that I was going live today, but thank you for those of you who happened to be around and popped in to say hi. For anybody else that's just popping in and has never been here before, and if you even got this far, well done for getting this far. It's normally a little bit less chaotic than this, but maybe you like the chaos. If you like the chaos, let me know, because maybe I could do more of that, although it wasn't intentional at all. But anyway, right, iron is off. Iron is off. Right, shutting the window. Let's tidy up, put away, ready for another day. Right, okay, lights are off. I have pressed this. I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with it now. That's the job for tomorrow. Put these back up here. And I will see you all next Friday. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. I might see some of you tomorrow at Crafternoon Tea. I might see some of you during the week at sewing lessons, but if not, I will see the rest of you next Friday at Tea with Fee, live at 5. Bye!